For several weeks now, pressure has been building up inside the pods.
The plant world isn't just about pretty flowers and shady trees. It's filled with cunning tricksters and bizarre survivalists. Imagine plants that can change their appearance to fool predators, others that play dead in dry conditions, and those that turn into ruthless insect hunters. Join us as we show you the weirdest plants on Earth. The Cape Sundue, a carnivorous wonder. Drosera capensis, better known as the Cape Sundue, is a remarkable carnivorous plant that calls the nutrient-poor soils of South Africa's Cape region home. This clever plant has evolved a unique method of supplementing its diet by capturing and digesting insects, allowing it to thrive in an environment where other plants would struggle to survive. The Cape Sundue's leaves are adorned with long, narrow, glandular hairs that secrete a sticky, dew-like substance. This glistening nectar lures unsuspecting insects to land on the leaf, only to find themselves trapped in the adhesive fluid. As the insect struggles to escape, the leaf slowly curls around it, enveloping the prey and releasing powerful digestive enzymes that break down the insect's body. This process allows the Cape Sundue to absorb essential nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus, which are scarce in its native habitat. During the summer months, the Cape Sundue reveals its beauty with delicate pink or white flowers that bloom on tall, slender stalks. These flowers cleverly rise well above the plant's sticky traps, ensuring that potential pollinators don't fall victim to the plant's carnivorous nature. This adaptation allows the Cape Sundue to continue reproducing while still being able to capture the insects it needs to survive. Purea Alada, a botanical kiss.
So the local name is hot lips. I think it's tree or something. I don't remember the species name.
In the tropical regions of South America, a plant with an alluring and playful appearance has earned the nickname girlfriend's kiss. Purea Alada, a member of the coffee family, produces striking bracts that resemble a pair of bright red, pouting lips, making it a standout in the lush rainforests it calls home. These eye-catching lip-like structures are actually modified leaves called bracts, which surround and protect the plant's small, tubular flowers. The bracts' vivid red color and unique shape are not just for show. They serve as a beacon for pollinating hummingbirds and butterflies, enticing them to visit the flowers and inadvertently transfer pollen from one plant to another. Purea Alada's whimsical appearance has made it a popular ornamental plant among collectors and enthusiasts, but its natural habitat is under threat due to deforestation and habitat loss. As with many other tropical plant species, the preservation of Purea Alada and its ecosystem is crucial to maintaining the incredible biodiversity that makes South America's rainforests so special. Rafia Arnoldi, the world's largest flower. Deep within the rainforests of Sumatra and Borneo, a botanical giant lurks. Rafia Arnoldi, also known as the corpse flower, is the largest individual flower on Earth.
First documented in the late 16th century by French botanist Louis Deschamps, Rafflesia is the largest flower in the world.
This rare and fascinating plant is a parasitic species that spends most of its life cycle hidden within the tissues of its host vine, only revealing itself when it is ready to bloom.
You can see it consists of 5 petals that are bright orange and warty.
The most striking feature of Rafia Arnoldi is its enormous size. A mature flower can grow up to 3 feet in diameter and weigh up to 24 pounds. The flower's 5 thick, leathery petals are a mottled reddish-brown color, with white spots that resemble warts. The center of the flower contains a deep, bowl-shaped structure called a diaphragm, which holds the plant's reproductive organs. Despite its impressive size, Rafia Arnoldi is a highly specialized parasite. The plant lacks leaves, stems, and roots, instead relying entirely on its host vine for nutrients and water. The flower's massive size is an adaptation that allows it to store large quantities of water and nutrients, which it needs to sustain its brief but intense blooming period. Rafia Arnoldi is also known for its pungent odor, which has earned it the nickname corpse flower.
Hence the common name of the corpse flower. It smells of rotting meat.
The flower emits a strong smell of rotting meat, which attracts carrion flies and other insects that serve as its pollinators. The odor is most potent during the first few hours after the flower opens, gradually fading over the next few days. The rat-eating pitcher plant, a deadly trap. In the lush rainforests of the Philippines, a giant lurks among the foliage. The rat-eating pitcher plant named after the famous naturalist Sir David Attenborough, is the largest carnivorous plant ever discovered. This remarkable species has evolved a unique and deadly trap to capture and digest its prey, which includes not only insects, but also small vertebrates like rats. The rat-eating pitcher plant is a climbing vine that can grow up to 50 feet in length. Its most distinctive feature is its large pitcher-shaped leaves, which can reach up to 12 inches in height and 6 inches in diameter. These pitchers are actually modified leaves that have evolved to trap and digest prey.
You'll find the world's largest carnivorous plant, which certainly aren't plentiful up here.
The pitchers of the rat-eating pitcher plant are highly specialized structures. The rim of each pitcher is slippery and coated with a sweet, nectar-like substance that attracts prey. Once an animal steps onto the rim, it easily loses its footing and falls into the pitcher, which is filled with a pool of digestive fluid. The walls of the pitcher are coated with waxy scales that point downward, making it nearly impossible for the trapped animal to climb back out. As the prey struggles to escape, it exhausts itself and eventually drowns in the digestive fluid. The plant then secretes enzymes that break down the animal's soft tissues, allowing the plant to absorb the nutrients. What sets the rat-eating pitcher plant apart from other carnivorous plants is its ability to trap and digest relatively large prey. While most pitcher plants target insects, this species has been observed capturing and digesting rats, lizards, and even small birds. The black bat flower, a mesmerizing mimic.
This is Taca chantrieri, or the black bat flower.
Deep in the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia, a peculiar plant has evolved to attract pollinators in the dimly lit understory. The black bat flower, scientifically known as Taca chantrieri, is a perennial species that has developed flowers remarkably resembling a bat in flight. In its native habitat, the black bat flower thrives in the rich, well-drained soils of the forest floor, where it benefits from the scattered sunlight that filters through the dense canopy above. The plant's large, dark green leaves work efficiently to capture and utilize the limited light available, providing the energy needed for the plant to grow and produce its incredible flowers. The flowers of the black bat flower are truly a sight to behold. They are dark purple to almost black in color and can reach up to 12 inches in diameter.
Leafy looking things I think are really the bracts, giving this flower this beautiful appearance.
Long whisker-like structures called bracteoles extend up to 28 inches from the center of the flower, giving the appearance of a bat's wings and tail. This uncanny resemblance is not just for show, it plays a crucial role in the plant's pollination strategy. The dark color and unique shape of the flowers attract specific pollinators that are active in low-light conditions, such as certain species of flies and beetles. These insects, drawn to the flower's bat-like appearance, inadvertently transfer pollen from one plant to another as they move between flowers in search of nectar or a place to lay their eggs. Hidora Africana, the subterranean stinker. Hidora Africana is a bizarre parasitic plant native to the arid regions of southern Africa. Unlike most plants, it lacks the typical plant structures like stems and leaves. Instead, this peculiar species consists solely of a fleshy, subterranean flower and a network of roots that penetrate the roots of its host plant, usually a species of euphorbia. What makes Hidora Africana truly unique is its unconventional pollination strategy. The plant's flowers,
when you go in, there's all sorts of plants in there,
which can reach up to 4 inches in diameter, emit a strong, fetid odor reminiscent of feces. This pungent scent is irresistible to dung beetles, the plant's primary pollinators. Attracted by the smell, dung beetles enter the flower through a small opening at the top. Once inside, they become trapped in a chamber lined with downward-pointing hairs that prevent their escape. As the beetles struggle to find a way out, they inadvertently collect pollen from the flower's anthers. After a day or two, the flower's hairs wither, allowing the pollen-covered beetles to escape. The beetles then fly off in search of another Hidora Africana flower, drawn by the same foul scent. When they enter a new flower, they transfer the pollen they carried from the previous flower, effectively pollinating the plant. Hidora Africana's life cycle is entirely dependent on its host plant and its dung beetle pollinators. By tapping into the nutrients and water supplied by its host, and by exploiting the dung beetle's attraction to foul odors, this strange plant has managed to carve out a unique niche in the harsh, dry environments of southern Africa. The Deceptive Orchids, masters of mimicry. Orchids are renowned for their incredible diversity and beauty, but some species have evolved to be masters of deception. These orchids have developed flowers that mimic other objects or creatures to trick potential pollinators into visiting them. One notable example is the flying duck orchid, native to eastern Australia. Its flower bears an uncanny resemblance to a female sawfly, complete with a body, head, and wings. Male sawflies, attracted by the flower's appearance, attempt to mate with it, only to find themselves covered in pollen. When they fly off to another flower, they inadvertently transfer the pollen, pollinating the orchid in the process. Another orchid employing this strategy is the monkey orchid, found in the cloud forests of South America. As its name suggests, the flower of this orchid resembles the face of a capuchin monkey, with a distinctive nose and eyes. The resemblance is so striking that it even includes small, fuzzy hairs that mimic the monkey's fur. The monkey orchid's target pollinators are believed to be fungus gnats, which mistake the flower for a potential breeding site. The bee orchid, native to Europe and the Mediterranean region, takes mimicry to another level. Its flowers not only visually resemble female bees, but also emit a scent that mimics the pheromones of female bees. Male bees, lured by the sight and smell of the flower, attempt to mate with it, collecting pollen in the process. Perhaps the most puzzling of these mimics is the green bird flower, found in the arid regions of northern Australia. Its flowers bear a striking resemblance to a hummingbird in shape and color. However, hummingbirds are not found in Australia, leaving scientists to speculate about the evolutionary advantage of this unique adaptation. The Carion Plant, a starfish-shaped stinker. The arid regions of southern Africa are home to a truly unique and fascinating plant, known as the Carion Plant. This small, succulent plant is easily recognized by its large, starfish-shaped flowers that emit a pungent odor reminiscent of rotting flesh. The Carion Plant is well adapted to the harsh, dry conditions of its native habitat. Its thick, fleshy stems store water, allowing the plant to survive prolonged periods of drought.
This is right up next to my head. I brought a ruler out so we can see how big it is.
The stems are typically low-growing and form dense clumps, rarely exceeding 6 inches in height. The plant's ability to thrive in rocky, well-drained soils and tolerate high temperatures makes it a true survivor in the unforgiving landscape of southern Africa. However, it is the Carion Plant's flowers that truly set it apart. These remarkable blooms can reach up to 5 inches in diameter and are shaped like a 5-pointed star. The petals are thick and leathery, with a wrinkled texture and a mottled pattern of maroon, yellow, and brown. In the center of the flower, a raised corona bears the plant's reproductive structures. While the Carion Plant's flowers are undeniably fascinating, they are not known for their pleasant aroma. In fact, the flowers emit a strong odor that closely resembles that of rotting meat. This unpleasant scent, however, serves a crucial purpose in the plant's pollination strategy. The Carion Plant's primary pollinators are carrion flies, which are attracted to the putrid smell of decaying flesh. By mimicking this scent, the plant lures these flies to its flowers. As the flies move from flower to flower in search of a suitable place to lay their eggs, they inadvertently transfer pollen, ensuring the Carion Plant's reproductive success. Welwitchia mirabilis, the desert survivor. In the harsh, unforgiving landscape of the Namib Desert in southwestern Africa, a truly remarkable plant has evolved to withstand the extreme conditions. Welwitchia mirabilis, often referred to simply as Welwitchia, is a living fossil that has survived for millennia in one of the driest places on Earth. What makes Welwitchia so unique is its growth habit. Throughout its entire lifespan, which can exceed 1,500 years, this plant only ever produces 2 leaves. These leaves, which are broad, strap-like, and leathery, continue to grow from their base while their tips gradually die and fray due to the harsh desert conditions. Over time, the leaves can reach lengths of up to 13 feet, curling and twisting along the ground as they grow. Welwitchia's 2 leaves are not just a quirky feature. They play a crucial role in the plant's survival. The leaves are covered in tiny hairs that trap moisture from the coastal fog that rolls in from the nearby Atlantic Ocean. This fog is often the only source of water in the Namib Desert, and Welwitchia has evolved to make the most of it. The trapped moisture condenses on the leaves and is absorbed by the plant, providing it with the water it needs to survive. Beneath the ground, Welwitchia has a deep taproot that can extend up to 80 feet into the soil. This taproot allows the plant to access deep groundwater sources, further enhancing its ability to survive in the arid desert environment. Despite its tough, leathery leaves and deep taproot, Welwitchia is not immune to the challenges of the desert. Over time, the leaves can become tattered and frayed, and the plant may shrink during prolonged dry spells. However, when the rains do come, Welwitchia can quickly absorb water and swell up, restoring its vitality. The Cobra Lily, a cunning carnivore. In the nutrient-poor bogs and seeps of Northern California and Southern Oregon, a cunning carnivore lurks, waiting to lure unsuspecting insects to their doom. This master of deception is the Cobra Lily, a carnivorous plant that has evolved a unique method of trapping and digesting its prey. At first glance, the Cobra Lily may resemble a hooded cobra with its tall, slender leaves that form a hollow tube. However, upon closer inspection, one can see that these leaves are actually highly modified pitfall traps. The opening of each leaf is adorned with a forked, mustache-like appendage that resembles a snake's tongue, further adding to the plant's serpentine appearance. The Cobra Lily's traps are not only visually striking but also highly effective. The hollow leaves are filled with a pool of digestive enzymes and bacteria that break down any insects unfortunate enough to fall inside. To lure its prey, the plant secretes a sweet nectar around the opening of the trap. Insects attracted by the nectar land on the slippery rim and quickly lose their footing, tumbling into the awaiting pool below. Once inside the trap, escape is nearly impossible. The interior walls of the leaf are lined with downward-pointing hairs that prevent the insect from climbing back out. To make matters worse, the upper portion of the trap is translucent, allowing light to filter through. This creates a window that appears to be an exit, luring the trapped insect further down into the depths of the trap. As the insect struggles to find a way out, it eventually exhausts itself and falls into the digestive fluid at the bottom of the trap. Here, it is slowly broken down by the plant's enzymes, providing the Cobra Lily with the nutrients it needs to survive in its nutrient-poor habitat. The Saro Cactus, a towering desert survivor. In the harsh, sun-scorched landscapes of the American Southwest, the Saro Cactus stands tall as an iconic symbol of resilience. This imposing plant, native to the Sonoran Desert, has adapted to thrive in an environment where temperatures soar and water is a precious commodity. Reaching heights of over 40 feet and living for up to 200 years, the Saro Cactus is a true master of survival. One of the most remarkable features of the Saro Cactus is its ability to store vast amounts of water within its ribbed, accordion-like structure. During infrequent desert rainstorms, the cactus can absorb and hold up to 200 gallons of water, which it gradually uses to sustain itself through the long, dry periods that follow. As the cactus draws upon its water reserves,
of non-native grasses, the grassification of the western United States and many...
its trunk slowly contracts, only to expand again when the next rainfall arrives. The Saro Cactus is not just a marvel of water conservation, it also plays a crucial role in the desert ecosystem. Its towering frame provides shelter and nesting sites for a variety of birds, such as the Gila woodpecker, which carves out cavities in the cactus's flesh. The plant's flowers, which bloom in late spring and early summer, offer nectar to pollinating bats, birds, and insects, while its fruit serves as a vital food source for many desert dwellers during the scorching summer months. The miracle berry, a taste bud trickster. Imagine a small, unassuming berry that could transform sour foods into sweet delights. Enter the miracle berry, a fruit native to West Africa.
Is that it changes the way you taste food.
That contains a glycoprotein called miraculin, which has the astonishing ability to bind to the tongue's sweetness receptors and make acidic foods taste sweet for up to 2 hours. When consumed, the miraculin in the miracle berry coats the taste buds, temporarily altering the way sour foods are perceived. A slice of lemon that would normally make you pucker up suddenly tastes like sweet lemonade, while a tart grapefruit becomes a sugary treat. This remarkable effect has led to the miracle berry being used in flavor tripping parties and as a potential aid for chemotherapy patients experiencing taste changes. However, not all plants with taste-altering properties are as benign as the miracle berry. The dumb cane, a common houseplant, contains poisonous crystals called Rafia that can cause numbing and swelling of the mouth and throat if ingested. While the miracle berry's effects are temporary and harmless, the dumb cane serves as a reminder that some plants can have potentially dangerous consequences when consumed. The shy plant, a sensitive soul. Picture a plant so sensitive that it recoils at the slightest touch, folding its leaves inward as if hiding from the world. This is the shy plant, also known as Mimosa pudica or the sensitive plant. A fascinating species native to South and Central America that has captured the attention of plant enthusiasts and curious minds alike. The shy plant's delicate, fern-like leaves are composed of numerous small leaflets arranged along a central stem. When touched, or even gently blown by the wind, these leaflets rapidly fold inward, and the entire leaf droops downward, giving the appearance of a plant shyly withdrawing from contact. This response is so quick that it occurs in just a fraction of a second, making it a marvel to behold. But the shy plant's sensitivity isn't just a charming quirk. It serves a crucial purpose in protecting the plant from potential threats. By folding its leaves inward, the plant makes itself appear smaller and less appealing to herbivores, thus reducing the likelihood of being eaten. This adaptation has allowed the shy plant to thrive in its native habitats and has contributed to its success as a widely naturalized species around the world. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. According to reports, there's a discovery that's shaking up the world of botany. Researchers have uncovered a plant with an appetite that goes far beyond leaves. This botanical marvel, initially believed to be a simple leaf eater, stunned researchers by devouring an entire cucumber. It's a true plant-eater plant, a phenomenon that challenges our understanding of the natural world. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. The resurrection plant, a desert survivor. The Chihuahuan Desert, spanning parts of the southwestern United States and northern Mexico, is a land of extremes. Scorching temperatures, minimal rainfall, and rocky, nutrient-poor soil make it a challenging environment for most plants. Yet, amidst these harsh conditions, a remarkable plant, Selaginella lepidophylla,
not just myself to think about right now, I also have this big...
also known as the resurrection plant, thrives. This small, ancient plant has developed an incredible adaptation to survive prolonged periods of drought. When water is scarce, the resurrection plant's stems curl inward, forming a tight, compact ball. In this desiccated state, the plant can lose up to 95% of its water content without dying. It becomes so dry that it appears completely lifeless, like a tumbleweed blowing across the desert. However, the resurrection plant is far from dead. Its cells are filled with a sugar called trehalose, which helps stabilize proteins and membranes during dehydration. This sugar acts as a natural antifreeze, preventing the plant's cells from collapsing due to water loss. Additionally, the plant's curled-up shape minimizes its surface area, reducing water evaporation. The resurrection plant can remain in this dormant state for months, even years, waiting for the next rainfall. When water finally arrives, the plant springs back to life within hours. Its stems uncurl, revealing green, healthy leaves that quickly resume photosynthesis. This rapid rehydration is made possible by the plant's highly efficient water uptake system, which allows it to absorb moisture through its leaves and stems. The baseball plant, a toxic wonder. In the arid expanse of South Africa's Great Karoo region, a peculiar plant has captured the attention of botanists and collectors alike. The baseball plant, named for its striking resemblance to a baseball, is a small, slow-growing succulent that has become increasingly rare in its native habitat. Growing up to 8 inches tall, the baseball plant is a masterpiece of adaptation. Its spherical shape minimizes surface area, reducing water loss in the hot, dry climate of the Karoo. The plant's thick, waxy skin further helps to retain moisture, while its shallow root system quickly absorbs any available water from the rocky soil. One of the most fascinating aspects of the baseball plant is its unique reproductive strategy. The species is dioecious, meaning that individual plants are either male or female. The small, inconspicuous flowers are produced near the top of the plant, with male flowers releasing pollen that is carried by insects to the female flowers for fertilization. However, the baseball plant's beauty comes with a warning. The plant's milky sap contains a highly toxic latex that can cause severe skin irritation and even blindness if it comes into contact with the eyes. In its native habitat, the baseball plant's toxicity serves as a defense mechanism against grazing animals. The Lithop, a stone-cold survivor. In the harsh, arid regions of southern Africa, a plant has evolved a remarkable adaptation to survive the unforgiving conditions. The Lithop, also known as the living stone, has mastered the art of camouflage, blending seamlessly into its rocky surroundings to avoid detection by hungry herbivores. Lithops are small, succulent plants that typically grow to a height of about 1 inch. Their leaves are thick and fleshy, divided into two lobes that resemble a cloven hoof. The surface of the leaves is patterned with irregular markings and colors that mimic the appearance of the surrounding rocks and pebbles, making the plant almost invisible to the untrained eye. This stone-like appearance is not just for show. By blending in with its surroundings, the Lithop avoids being eaten by grazing animals like antelope and rabbits, which would otherwise quickly consume the small, nutritious plant. The camouflage also helps the plant retain moisture by reducing its exposure to hot, dry air. In addition to its camouflage, the Lithop has developed several other adaptations to survive in its harsh environment. Its thick, fleshy leaves act as water storage organs, allowing the plant to survive long periods without rain. The plant also has a shallow root system that quickly absorbs any available moisture from the infrequent rains that fall in its native habitat. Rainbow eucalyptus, a kaleidoscope of colors. In the tropical forests of the Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, a tree unlike any other captivates the eye with its vibrant, multicolored bark. The rainbow eucalyptus, also known as the Mindanao gum, is a striking example of how nature can create its own living works of art. The secret behind the rainbow eucalyptus's extraordinary appearance lies in its bark. As the outer layers of bark peel away at different rates, they reveal the bright green inner bark beneath. This newly exposed bark then undergoes a transformation, gradually changing from green to shades of blue, purple, orange, and maroon as it matures. The result is a trunk that looks like it has been painted with brushstrokes of varying hues, creating a mesmerizing patchwork of color. This process of shedding bark is believed to serve a practical purpose as well. By regularly discarding its outer layers, the rainbow eucalyptus may be able to rid itself of any parasites or organisms attempting to make their home on its surface. The bark's color changes are attributed to the varying levels of chlorophyll, tannins, and other pigments present at different stages of maturity, creating a stunning display that is not only visually arresting, but also biologically fascinating. The Banion Tree, a forest in a single tree. In India's lush landscapes,
it's a little Swiss Family Robinson, but it's good.
A single tree can create an entire forest. The Banion Tree, with its expansive canopy and intricate root system, showcases nature's remarkable ability to grow and expand. As the tree matures, it sends down aerial roots from its branches, which, upon reaching the ground, thicken and become additional trunks, effectively creating a network of interconnected stems. Over time, a single banyan tree can spread across a vast area, with its multiple trunks supporting a canopy that can cover several acres. The Great Banion Tree in Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose Botanical Garden, Kolkata, India, is a prime example of this remarkable growth habit. With over 3,600 aerial roots and a canopy covering more than 4 acres, it is one of the largest known banyan trees in the world, and it continues to expand with each passing year. The banyan tree's impressive size and unique growth pattern have made it an integral part of Indian culture and mythology. It is often associated with the god Krishna and is considered a symbol of eternal life due to its seemingly endless expansion. The tree's sprawling canopy also provides shelter and habitat for a diverse array of wildlife, making it a vital component of the ecosystem in which it thrives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.